What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Horror Feed. I'm Jeff. With me, as always, is... That's your cue. That fucking hockey puck.
Hello!
There she is!
I'm Bethany.
There we go. What's up, everybody? Long time no videos. All the videos that you guys have been seeing have been ones that we've recorded way back in the past, so... Hi! We're back! Hi! Today's video, Boils and Ghouls, is a very special video, if you couldn't tell by the mask or character that Bethany over there was portraying. We figured what better time to do Slasher of the Month for Jason Voorhees than the month of November, considering there was a Friday the 13th in November. So yeah, that's what this video is for today. We are doing Slasher of the Month, Jason Voorhees. Keep in mind, please, for the love of Christ, that this is Jason Voorhees. This is the third time I've said it now. Fourth time, Jason Voorhees. Not Pamela. Not Roy. As much as I love Roy, not Roy. This is strictly Jason. So everything we talk about today is going to be Jason related. Bethany, if you would, please give them our ever infamous warning.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. We're going to talk about every single movie. We're going to go into detail. We're going into death scenes. We're just going to go at it like if you've watched it. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it before you watch this video. Or if you don't care about spoilers, then go ahead and just continue watching the video.
Hell yeah. With that said, with your guys' warning and everything else, let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. So, happy belated Friday the 13th. You know, obviously, we're going to go ahead and say that, get it out of the way. And happy belated Turkey Slaughter Day, because we are now past that. And now we go into all that shit. I don't know why I forgot about all that. There's so much more to talk about, but I'll do that at a later point. So, let's start with the obvious. Let's go with who our personal favorite Jasons are. Let's start with something fun. Bethany, go ahead and take it away. Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot.
Putting me on the spot. Okay, so let me check because I have little notes on each one, so I got to go through.
This is favorite Jason.
7.
Part
7 is my favorite Jason. At the beginning, with the fun-looking Jason with the bones and the spine sticking out and all of that. I know it's only for a little bit, but I love that. That is awesome looking. It is creepy looking. I think that's the creepiest looking Jason.
That is my personal favorite as well, and it's also because the big reason is because it is the debut of Kane Hodder. Part 7 is his first movie in the role, and he is my favorite Jason, hands down. And I agree. I love, if I remember correctly, it's called The New Blood. Yeah. Part 7's The New Blood. And I love how vicious he is in that fucking movie too. Like, Kane Hodder's presence is insane, you know, and you see it in that movie. You look at that movie compared to all the other ones prior to it, and you could tell there was something different.
Kane Hodder's a badass, so.
Exactly. He's a scary motherfucker. And so seeing that movie and like just seeing the kills, and I like that, you know, a lot of people don't dig the psychic aspect to it. You know, there's that chick with the psychic powers fighting him.
Yeah.
I kind of don't mind it just because like now somebody's on par with Jason that isn't Tommy Jarvis, you know, and like has supernatural powers like Jason does, and is laying the smackdown on his ass during a good portion of the movie near the end. It's like, goddamn, man, like she fucking him up. And so,
okay, so 7 actually has one of my favorite death scenes of all time. I love it so much. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people do, but it is the sleeping bag death scene. That is one of my all-time favorites out of all the Fridays the 13th. That is my favorite death scene. So I'm glad we started there.
Okay, you big hunk of a man, come and get me. Dan? Dan, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree that. So you guys, you remember when we were talking about the Halloweens and the worst, the best, and all that shit, and how there's those iconic kills, and like Michael's iconic kill is the butcher knife, hanging you up and then looking at you like you're a piece of fucking artwork. For Jason, this is probably
This
that
is it.
kill.
Yep.
This like there's been so many kills prior to this, but this was the kill that just became iconic, and he winds up using it in later movies. And
Oh yeah. So like, what was it? Jason. Oh, Jason X. Where they did the simulation to,
yeah,
try to keep him occupied, and then they cut scene and they cut back, and there he is hitting the girls, the
two
simulated
girls,
girls.
two girls, both in sleeping bags, and he's beating one with the other. It's
It
hilarious.
is amazing. It is amazing. I'm glad they brought it back. If there was any really good thing about that movie, was that scene right there.
Let's talk about Jason X real quick. Since you did bring it up, I want to talk about Jason X real quick, okay? So, after extensive research, if you want to call it that, pretty much just watching all the fucking movies as many times as I can't count. So there's like certain things, like again relating back to the Halloween videos that we were doing with savagery and how I love savage, brutal fucking kills, right?
Yeah.
And after watching all of them, I remember that Jason X probably has the most brutal kill
Yeah.
out of all of the fucking Friday the 13th movies. And it's literally the scene where he gets the doctor and freezes her face in that liquid.
Yes, I have that on here.
Fucking brings her head back up, and it's all fucking crystalled up and shit. And then smashes that shit, and then comes back and there's like no face, no nothing. Easily the most savage fucking kill in Friday the 13th. I don't care what anybody says. That is the most brutal fucking kill that Jason has done.
And it was a really good and fun kill too. So
exactly.
And that's the thing though, is you're right. In Jason X, there is he's a little more brutal. So he has that. I mean, Uber Jason.
Yeah, Uber Jason. And like again, like that movie's cool too because the little android chick, her fighting Jason and hanging with him and all that, that was awesome. And so the more I watched that movie, I like, and this is going to be weird, okay, because I'm wearing this shirt from Takes Manhattan, right? I'm wearing a badass Takes Manhattan shirt where he fucking kills What's-Her-Nuts with the axe, literally the guitar, the axe.
Awesome.
But Jason X is better than Takes Manhattan, in my opinion. Jason X is better than Jason Goes to Hell, in my opinion.
Definitely better than Jason Goes to Hell. Definitely.
Yeah, and the reason why...
I don't know about Jason Takes Manhattan. I mean, I don't know. Maybe on par. I don't know if better.
I don't know. Like, the only reason why I say so is because, again, Jason's more brutal in Jason X. And not only that, but it's fun. It's a fun movie. You're going into this movie knowing that it's not going to be the greatest thing ever made. It's a fun horror movie, and it fit the time. Like when it came out, which is like in 2001, 2002-ish, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, it just suited that time, and it was a fun movie. It was an awesome movie. I like seeing Uber Jason.
I love Uber Jason, and he's huge.
Right, and it's Kane Hodder, man. Like, that's Kane Hodder doing this movie, and like again, the tribute to the body bags or the sleeping bags.
Yes,
fucking love that.
That was my favorite out of that scene, that movie. And then the floor screw, the huge screw the guy falls on.
Exactly,
so and like kind of like twist down it.
And like as much as I like Jason, as much as I like Jason Takes Manhattan, and I do, it's just so a lot of that movie isn't in Manhattan. You get to see a little bit of it in the
Yeah.
end is in Manhattan, and it's not even in Manhattan the majority of the time. It's in fucking Canada, and they're trying to pull it off as Manhattan, and then we only get to see it for like that one brief little moment, and then like pretty much everything is happening while they're on the boat. And
Yeah.
so it kind of bugs me a little bit. One of the best kills in the Friday the 13th franchise is in Jason Takes Manhattan, which is when he's boxing Julian
Yes.
when he's boxing Julian, and Julian's fucking whooping his ass, and then he just knocks his block off and goes into the trash can. That's a phenomenal
Yes.
little kill right there.
Yes, head punched right off that way.
Yeah, he literally knocks his block off, and like I love that, but. Like,
Okay, so since we're on Jason Takes Manhattan, I gotta mention, because you already brought up the guitar, so you already got that, and you brought up the head getting knocked off, like literally.
Yeah, knock the block off.
So one of my favorite scenes that's most memorable out of all of the Friday the 13th is when he walks through the punks. They're all listening to their radio, and he just like walks right through and like kicks their radio off and everything, and they're just looking at him like, what the? And then they're like wanting to challenge him, and all he does is like raise his mask. But just that walking through that scene, that is one of my favorite scenes. Very comical, but it's the one that I remember the most. So
I also like the scene in Takes Manhattan when he gets off the boat and he's coming out of the water, and he sees the giant like billboard with the goalie with the hockey mask on, and then he like turns his head, and then you get that shot of him and the goalie scene, which obviously we're gonna show right now that you guys get it. Like that's an iconic fucking scene. So like I love that. That's a little bit comical, but it's really awesome.
But yeah, it's memorable. It makes the movie fun, because I honestly, after what is it, the first 3 maybe, they start becoming really funny anyway. That's just kind of the trend of the sequels that I've seen for Friday the 13th, and a little bit of Nightmare on Elm Street too.
Oh, definitely Nightmare. If there's ever that, like, Nightmare brought the comedy after.
Yeah.
I want to say after part 3, because part 3 was still pretty dark. It had a little bit of comedy. That's when it starts.
Yeah.
But after part 3 of Nightmare, that's when it gets fucking like funny. Yeah. Especially in part 6.
And so in Friday the 13th, I believe, I could be wrong, I think it's 4. Like they try to be serious in 4. It started getting maybe a little comical. And then the rest, I think, start getting just a little bit more added on each time. So once we get to like Jason Takes Manhattan, then it's just
full on.
Yeah.
So, and like, we're not talking about these in any particular order, guys, just in case you're like, hey man, you guys are going backwards or this way and that way. We're not talking about any of these in any particular order. We're just talking about them as we go.
Yes, because it's a slasher appreciation. We're just appreciating. Thank you. Enunciate. We are just No, I messed it up again. It almost made you spell out your
I'm the one drinking and you're the one having trouble enunciating.
Oh my Lord. We are just loving on Jason. There, right? I quit.
Loving on Jason.
We're loving on Jason.
Jason's very nice, long, hard machete.
The slurps and everything. Oh my Lord.
But
okay.
Yeah, just no particular order. That's the gist of it. And so one thing we do have to talk about, although this is a Jason appreciation video, we do have to talk about a certain trilogy of movies that are in the Friday the 13th franchise. I'll say that too fast. And that is, as I like to call, as all of us pretty much call it, the Jarvis trilogy.
Yep.
For every great slasher, there has to be a great survivor. And Tommy Jarvis is very much a part of this, as Jason is, because Tommy Jarvis, in my opinion, arguably has brought out the best in Jason during these movies. Like we're seeing Jason like, I'm gonna kill this fucker. you know, and like it's awesome to see. It's awesome to see just Jarvis in these, even though one of the movies that Jarvis is in, his middle movie when he's a teenager,
Yeah.
does not count because we are not talking about Roy.
Yeah.
Although I know Bethany wanted to mention something about that movie, so Bethany.
Okay, so in that one, which is 5, A New Beginning, dude, in that dream sequence at the beginning, Jason looks totally badass. Like I would have been down to watch that the whole time. And it was Jarvis' dream, right?
Yeah, it was Tommy
his
Jarvis.
dream. It was his nightmare. And so, but he looks so badass in that dream sequence. I liked it. It's up there in the top for me.
Definitely agree. Definitely agree with that. And like that movie in general, you know, is one of my favorite movies as far as Friday the 13th goes. But like I said, we're not going to talk much about that just because that is not Jason, except for that brief point at the beginning of the movie and like the little flashes that Tommy Jarvis has throughout the movie where he sees Jason. So we're not taking anything away from Roy. Okay, Roy has savage ass kills for an ordinary Joe. So we're not taking anything away from him.
No, but you're not Jason.
Yeah, you're not Jason, buddy. Sorry about your damn luck. But like the beginning one, right? And we talked about this when we were talking about the survivors. Yeah. But how smart Tommy Jarvis was in that first movie when he's a kid, making himself look like Jason, was just incredible. Like I love that. And
when it was Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the way Jason responds to him, you know, like he's actually like, holy shit. You know, because that's the best way to get to him. We've learned this throughout the movies. Look like his mama. Make yourself look like him.
Yeah, you know? he's not the sharpest tool.
He's not the brightest bulb.
You can trick Jason probably fairly easily.
Right? Hey, Jason, I'm your father.
Or you could just, attack him with water like they did in Freddy versus Jason.
That too. Just hold his head underwater like Freddy was doing.
Had all this water. He was on the floor crying, but wrong appreciation. Sorry, I'm biased.
I was about to say, Jason technically loses in that movie, so let's not talk about that because Freddy whoops that ass.
I agree. I don't care what anybody says.
I'm ending that debate right now. Right now. Freddy whoops his ass. Not just in the dream world, but when he comes out and he mans the torpedoes, he fucks that ass up. Okay? Mm-hmm. It was the chick. The chick is the one who cut Freddy's damn head off. Not Jason. So, in the debate, Freddy fucks him up. He shakes him in the eyes. Okay? Done. Now back to Jason.
Fight me on this. Okay, so going to Freddy versus Jason, so he does have some really good kills in there, right?
It's like the majority of them.
The decapitated dad.
Oh, yeah.
At the beginning, when he decapitates the dad's head, and the kid wakes up, he's holding the dad's head, and then when he takes the kid out, and then the kid uses
it's like a shield.
To block, he's like, ah!
I mean, let's not talk about probably the kill that everybody remembers from Freddy versus Jason, which is the bed kill from that asshole. Fuck
yes.
That dude.
It was Trey.
Yeah.
Stabbed over and over and over and over again. I shouldn't do this on camera without a machete, right? And then
sorry, that's psycho.
And then what was it? He folds it.
Yeah, he fucking turns him into a goddamn taco. It was awesome.
I think everybody was happy on that one.
Oh, yeah, that dude was a dick. I'm sorry, but Kip was hot and she seemed awesome. You don't treat her like shit. That motherfucker deserved what he got.
Oh, and there was another one too. What was it? I don't have his name, but the glow stick guy when they're at the party in the cornfield, the glow stick guy, and then he was gonna take advantage of this thing. Yes, and so taking him out was also satisfying.
Although he also takes Kip out at the same time.
Oh.
But that's still good, though. I like how he did it with that long-ass thing, like he was about to javelin his ass. Sticks it in him. And then you see all the fucking glow sticks and shit fly off everywhere. That was fucking epic. Another great kill. And like, we have to give Jason his dues, okay? Bethany's favorite slasher is Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
My favorite slasher is Michael fucking Myers. But Jason has one thing over both of them, and it's the fact that Jason does have currently the most kills out of anybody out of slasher movies. Jason is at the top of this list
Yeah.
as the most kills. And that's impressive. You know, he doesn't care. Originally, with Friday the 13th, the rule was like, I think it was supposed to be like 13 kills every movie was the whole thing. And I think that's true. Like, if you actually go back and watch all the Friday the 13th movies, there's 13 kills in every movie. Until like near the end, then it gets more kills. But
I'm
Jason,
going to have to count that and go do
yeah.
that.
And like, I could be wrong, but that's from what I remember, that was the whole lore behind it. It was like every movie had 13 kills or more. And now, you know, again, not to take anything away from Jason, Michael is catching up. Michael has 2 more movies coming. And so I wouldn't be surprised if Jason gets the throne, but as of now, Jason is at the top of the list. With
Yeah,
the most,
and he does. He just keeps going, and like anybody,
he's
it
like
don't
the
matter.
Energizer Bunny.
Anybody
Going and
that's
going
there.
and going.
If you come across his path, he's gonna take you out.
Oh, going back to Freddy vs. Jason real quick, just because I forgot about this scene and I fucking love it.
I wonder if it's one of the same ones I have. Go.
So when the chunky dude has the fucking Everclear and he like throws it on him and then he sets him on fire and shit. And Jason like, what is he? That other guy that's next to that chunky dude with the braids or with the long hair, he calls like, corn poke, you were invited. And Jason just snaps his head clean around. The guy's like,
Yes.
some bitch.
Yep, I have that. Another head twist. Jason likes doing the little head twists. That's one of his things.
And then when he gets set on fire after the Everkiller gets poured on him, and the big guy starts running, and Jason's just walking through the cornfield on fire, setting
everything on fire.
Just it looks badass. Then when he comes out, he throws his fucking machete, nails the dude right through the throat, and you just see the blood drip, and then Jason just starts hacking ass everywhere. He's just killing everything in sight. He even kills a beer keg. Okay, I'm kind of mad about that one, Jason. But he even kills a beer keg, and the beer splashes all on him, and then all the fire goes away, and now he's just dripping in beer. He's drunk off his ass, still killing people. Like, goddamn, Jason knows how to have a good time.
Yeah, he does. He takes out massive amounts. One of them was the cutting. I guess his name was Freeberg. It was like when Freddy was in him and he was trying to take him out with the shots and everything. Chops him in half. So another good kill. Like, Jason has a lot of really good kills.
Yeah, when what's her name, Kelly Rowland, when Kelly Rowland's talking shit to Freddy and all that crap, and you know she's like, Jason's got this big old thing, and you just got these little butter knives, and then Freddy's like, and then Jason just boom, and she goes
flying into the tree. Yes,
splits and shit. Like, oh my god, like that was a good tag team right there. I like how that happened.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
Jason definitely.
He does. He has really good kills.
Yeah, he takes the kills in Freddy vs. Jason, hands down. And even though Lieberman, or whatever the hell his name is, the little nerd guy, you know, when he gets hit by Jason, he like gets slammed onto a spike, and he's like bleeding out. And like Freddy has a cool kill in there too. I'm not gonna say he doesn't. He has probably my second favorite kill in that whole movie, which is the whole caterpillar thing. You know, I love that whole thing. Is fucking awesome. But yeah, man, like Jason's he has a lot of kills. I don't know if I'm gonna say some of them like, not all of them are innovative, but some of them definitely are. He has some innovative kills, you know.
Yeah, but he still has just really good kills.
Exactly. Like, there's no movie that he's in that there's a really bad kill. Some of them are kind of lame, yeah, but nothing's like to the point where you're like, oh man, what the fuck is that? Like, it's just expected.
Here you go. I got one of those that I guess is kind of innovative that you would like. It would be in Friday the 13th Part 3, and it's Andy's handstand.
Oh, the dude's
in the handstand. Yeah.
Oh.
And then he just slices him right in the middle, and then later he's up in the post, And you just see this big bloody mess. But right there, the handstand one, and that's also where he used the knitting needles to that lady, the knitting needles in the back of the head.
Yeah, that one too at the beginning of the movie, I think.
Yeah, at the beginning. Yeah, with the what was it, the grocery store couple? Right?
Yeah, at the beginning of the movie, there's the guy who's like eating stuff, and the wife's getting mad at him. And
Yeah,
yeah, the
yeah.
wife is the one knitting.
And it was like the one with the like she had like rollers in it, like stereotypical type of looking lady, and then like he gets her with the knitting needles. So that one is, but he does use a lot of stuff because you know what I have right here. He uses the harpoon
Yeah,
in
he's
the
the
eye.
gun. Yeah.
Yeah, so he does. He has a lot of good kills. He uses a lot of stuff. It isn't just. It's funny because he's known for the machete, but he
Yeah,
actually does use a lot of stuff in different movies.
and that's where his innovation with that comes into play. It's like, while everybody knows him for the machete, like he's used guitars, he's used harpoon guns, he's used pitchforks, he's used axes, knives, freaking. He's used a crossbow, or no, a bow and arrow. If we're
Yeah,
talking the remake, he uses a fucking bow and arrow.
yeah.
He's just, he could very well be the innovator of violence when it comes into, horror movies. And
I think
that's,
so. I think so because looking at all of these, he has a lot. Like right here, or even his own hands. Right here, the Rick, and again in part 3, Rick, how he squeezes his head to death, squeezes his head, dude's eye pops out.
Exactly. Oh, the God, that was so corny though, because it's like, boom.
right in the camera.
And then like, let's not take away from the fact like Jason doesn't discriminate either. Like he kills the bikers in part 3, like everybody.
Yes,
like,
everybody.
He's
like
not just
if
killing
you
the teens.
get in his way, and it's funny because they do have the rules still, and everybody knows the rules. But if you really pay attention to the movies, it don't matter if you're just there. If you just happen to be walking by, he's gonna take you out.
Yeah, your ass is grass pretty much. And so I give that to Jason too, because he's like, nah, you're in my fucking home. You dead now, bitch. And I really like that about him. And then, so like trying to go back, I want to talk about the remake real quick, okay? Because a lot of people are kind of split down the middle when it comes to this movie. I've said it before. I'll say it again. As far as remakes go, not extensions, not sequels or anything. So this means Halloween 2018 is out of the question about this. As far as remakes go, Friday the 13th, the remake, is probably the best fucking remake we have. Out of Texas Chainsaw, out of Nightmare on Elm Street, out of fucking, and Friday the 13th. The Friday the 13th one is the fucking best. Hands
I think so.
down.
I think so.
And most people are like, well, he doesn't seem slow in that. And it's like, yeah, he doesn't seem slow, but I mean, look at what happens at the beginning of that fucking movie. He kills everyone. Everyone, except for one person who he keeps as a prisoner. But he kills everybody, and he does another fucking, another sleeping bag kill, which is awesome. He doesn't, like, beat her repeatedly. He does beat her with it.
Which sucks, but, because we all love that scene. But he still has it there, and it's even more brutal. He's, like, hanging her over
he fucking ties her up over a fire. And she's roasting inside this shit, and he's setting up traps, like bear traps and shit, and people getting fucking snagged on it. Like, god damn, man. Like,
maybe they're mad because he's a little bit like smarter in that one to be doing that.
He's a hunter in this. Like, he's literally grown up by himself in this area, so he has adapted these skills. And I love it. Like, I love seeing him with the fucking bow and arrow when he pops that one chick in the eye with it, just nails her.
Yeah.
Or not the
really
chick,
good
but the dude.
Really good aim.
Motorboat. And then the scene where the chick's hiding from him under the pier, and he's like stalking her and walking above it, and then like slices the machete down and gets her in the head.
Right through the head, and then he lifts her up.
And she like slides off. Like, how are you gonna be
kills.
angry at these?
I think honestly, with the remake of this one, and I have to agree with you, I do think it's a good remake. I like it. It's close to the originals enough for us to appreciate it, but different enough also to make it interesting. So because there are little differences with Jason, they didn't change it so much to where, you know, you're looking at it like, what did you do?
Right.
So,
and like that's one of those things where it's like I don't understand why it gets so much heat. Like, yeah, I get it. Some people aren't happy that he's like uber slow and all that. But I like this Jason. Like, I haven't liked the Jason that much since Kane Hodder. And the dude who plays him in this, he's savage and he's pretty damn big. He reminds me a lot of this would be like the Tyler Mane of Friday the 13th, in my opinion. You know, he's just big, he's brutal. Excuse me, he's fast, and I love the kills. I love like he kills what's his nuts? Is it Dean? The guy who plays Dean from Supernatural? Like he doesn't
he
die.
plays Sam from Supernatural.
Oh, it's Sam. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it's Sam.
But yeah, like he's in the movie, which is always awesome. And
they did a good job in that movie too. Like it worked. Like all of the characters were good, except for I didn't like the Trent guy.
The asshole.
Yeah, the chattiest Chad that ever Chad. Like I picture him whenever we play Friday the 13th and they have that Chad character. I picture him because he is.
Yeah, that dude was an asshole. I did not like him at all. My favorite character was probably that Asian. I can't remember his name, but he was fucking hilarious. That little
yeah.
And then like when he finds Jason in the shed and he has the hockey stick and he's like,
"Are you looking for this? Because it completes your outfit."
Like hell yeah, and but yeah, man, like I don't get the hate.
I don't know, they have good death scenes too, and it's all very similar to the other movies that we just went over. So like this one, machete to the head. The one you said where she was stabbed in the head and lifted up, right? That's a good scene. How do you not like that?
Exactly.
Screwdriver to the neck, slowly. You know, it's brutal. It wasn't just like okay, when it's done. And then the slutty chick of the group, how she was put on the antler hooks.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Paying tribute to Michael Myers right there, hanging her, and just like that was awesome.
Yeah, and then the fire poker through the eye.
Anything
through the eye is horrible. So, and they're really good death scenes. So I don't get it either. I agree with you. I think it's a really good remake. I like it. One of the few remakes I actually do like.
Okay, let's pick another movie. Beth, you pick one.
Oh my goodness! All right, we've talked a lot already.
Yeah,
let's go back to 2.
We'll go back to Sackhead.
Sackhead.
Okay,
that
good old
I don't
Sackhead.
like. That I actually don't like. It's funny. It's too funny for me. It works, but it's funny.
I know what you mean. I'm not particularly fond of Sackhead or how overly hillbilly-ish she looked wearing the overalls.
Yeah, and the farmer shirt and everything.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
I definitely like the Jason from 3 onward. I like a lot better. Sackhead's just kind of eh.
Well, in this one, I like, he kills Mark, who's in a wheelchair. Like you were saying, he doesn't discriminate. He kills everybody. So
right when that guy was about to get laid too, man. I was sad for him.
I know, like right there. That's probably why.
Right? He's like,
he would have been okay.
Not for you, buddy.
Not gonna happen. Not tonight. So kills him, and then how it's just like a machete straight to the face.
Right.
And then he rolls down. It was just like simple, but it was still a really good scene. So there you go.
I definitely like that scene. I think that scene is awesome.
This is the one with the shrine.
Yeah, with the mother shrine.
Yeah, the big shrine. So definitely a mama's boy. So I don't know if that's a positive or negative. I know this is appreciation. I don't know if it's positive or negative. He's a mama's boy.
We'll just leave it at that. He's a mama's boy. I don't want to offend mothers out there who have sons who are mama's boys. So yeah, he's just a mama's boy. Whether it's good or bad, you be the judge. But yeah, he's a mama's boy.
I think in some cases it's probably good. In some, maybe not so much.
Yeah. Still awesome though. At some point we are going to be doing like a worst to best for Friday the 13th. That's going to be a 2-part video guaranteed.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. You guys look forward to that. Be prepared for it. Another cool thing about Jason that I'm gonna talk about real quick, just because we've already talked about some of our favorite shit already.
Oh yeah.
I love I can't remember which one it is. I'm pretty sure it's the I can't really count that though. Like we have to take that whole movie out because I was gonna go back to the second Jarvis movie, but we can't really talk much about that because one of the kills in that's a Roy kill. So never mind. I do like the kill with the dude in the Winnebago or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the RV.
Yes.
And he's in the bathroom with the chick, and he like slams her head, T1000s her face through the metal.
That was awesome.
I love that. And then just when he's killing that dude's all rocking out while he's driving this fucking giant ass Winnebago, and then Jason kills him, and how it flips. That scene where Jason's like standing on top of it, and just that whole scene with the fire and everything else, that looks so fucking badass. Like,
it does.
Absolutely love that. And
that one has the bloody happy face.
Yeah, the bloody happy face is that one. And then the scene where he rips the dude's arm straight off when he throws him, and then he hits the tree, slides down, bloody happy face, and then you see Jason holding the arm, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" But he has like the machete. Like I love that. I thought that shit was hilarious. Talk about a funny scene, like right there. That's perfect.
That one, and then like you said, the face through everything. That one's a very comical movie.
Yeah, when he does the fucking, like I said, he turns that bitch into a T1000 just for all the metal face thing going through. And then he also, I'm trying to remember the other kills in that. He has other kills that are pretty cool in there. What is it? Oh my god, I'm gonna kick myself. It's like right at the tip of my tongue. It's not the Reggie kill, no, because that's in the Roy one. Goddamn, I know. I'm gonna kill myself if I don't remember this. Not literally, but.
Right now, he'll kill you. And if I get him first. Just so I could touch up on Jason Goes to Hell real quick. The only good scene in that movie is literally when Freddy pops the glove out and snags the mask.
That's my favorite scene throughout the whole movie. So
yeah,
I'm trying to see. I tried
the majority
really
of that
hard.
The majority of that movie isn't even Jason. There is the Jason's at the beginning of the movie when he gets blown to hell, which I guess that scene is pretty cool because that's how you would beat him.
Yeah.
And then all the movie is not Jason until the end. And that just sucked. So Jason Goes to Hell barely counts in this.
Yeah.
The beginning scene is cool, and then the Freddy scene was iconic. The mask.
Yeah, I love that.
So
I love it when they do that. But
we do see the
spirit Jason is just not doing it for me.
And we do see the Necronomicon in Jason Goes to Hell as well. So I mean, okay, I like that too. But again, nothing really Jason related. But I figured we might as well just touch that movie real quick, get it out of the fucking way.
And now that's done.
Yeah. And then the last one that I really want to talk about is the last Jarvis movie. And this is, I
I don't even want to say the kills are like the greatest in that movie because, in my opinion, Tommy Jarvis is that movie. You know, it's this movie is solely about Tommy Jarvis trying to get Jason. But there are some cool kills. You know, my favorite scene that we've already talked about with survivors is, you know, don't try this at home with the oil and water or the gasoline and water.
Yeah.
Gasoline is buoyant. I've learned this the hard way. I tried it. Don't try it at home. It was fun, but don't try it at home. It is buoyant. But that whole scene is awesome. Just like Jason jumping out of the water while that fire around is going on, and then grabbing Tommy and bringing him down. I thought that was cool as shit, you know. And then, like, God, that's. I don't want to talk a lot about that movie because there's a lot to talk about in there, and I love that movie. Probably my second favorite Jason movie, so I'm not going to really talk a whole lot about it. But
yeah, we'll get into that with the worst to best.
Yeah, and another cool thing that I want to mention real quick before like we get ready to wrap this video up is, I mean, come on, man, Jason has his own video game. He's not a.
Yes.
He's also a guest character. He's also a guest character in like Mortal Kombat and shit. But he has Friday the 13th the game. You know, like, yeah, there's Saw games and shit like that, and there's Dead by Daylight, but there's only one Friday the 13th, well, two technically, because there's also the NES version. But like this Friday the 13th game is fucking awesome because you get to play as Jason and different versions of Jason.
You collect the different things. You can even wear the sack if you want to.
Yeah, you can wear a
be the
sack
farmer
with blue. There's a Tom Savini Jason in there that they made that's really fucking dope. But then you can also play as Tommy Jarvis, you know? So, like, how cool is that, dude?
Jason play as Jason and take out some campers. Like, yes.
So, I mean...
You know what we should end with?
What?
With part 4 of the final chapter where Paul gets impaled in the crotch.
Oh, no.
We should put a clip there and everything.
Editor, go ahead. Show it. Oh, no. That's bad. From a male perspective, this hurts. But, yeah, I can't think of anything else. It's partially because of this, but Beth, do you have anything else you'd like to say? Do you want to Jerry Springer this shit with some final thoughts?
I have no final thoughts. I think Paul getting impaled in the crotch is a good ending. And then another scene of the sleeping bag kill because I love it so much. That is my all-time favorite.
Sleeping bag kill. Editor, put sleeping bag kill right here. As a matter of fact, go ahead and put sleeping bag kill 1 and 2. Just play it right now. Let it go.
What are you doing?
He's done with the campers.
This is how we're gonna end the video. And here you guys go. Enjoy. Bon appetit, bitch. Wait, wrong movie. Oh my god.
There we go.
It's Jason again.
Bye, everybody. She's starting to freak me out. Okay, for the horror feed, yeah, you know all the shit. I'm Jeff. That's Jason, Bethany, Voorhees. Peace. Where's the button?